vortex. Cheers. Here's to purple smoothie mouth. I saw two people smoking cigarettes in their car, and it made me really happy. I'm glad that cool people still exist, you know? Sometimes I regret quitting smoking, and I realize that I could just start again, but if I did that, I would hate myself, because I love cigarettes more than I love life, and like I really, really do. I just think that people that smoke cigarettes are just way more honest with themselves, and they're way more honest about, you know, the futility of things. And I think that's what makes cigarette smoke so offensive, because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill myself a little bit, and that's fine. It's just smoking is like an obvious way to do that. There are all these different ways for people to self-destruct in this country, but they don't look at it like that. They look at it like it's rebirth or some shit, you know? Well, these people that smoke aren't kidding themselves. You know, when I was younger, back when I had a Facebook account, that was a long ass time ago, I can recall changing my profile picture a bunch of times and changing my Facebook quote a bunch of times. Back then there was like a quote. A lot of people would put a quote in their profile. The last time I was on Facebook, it had significantly changed from the time I was on it before. Now I know that's the nature of progress, but yeah, the last time I was on it was like 2009 or something. And that was only because a fair weather friend had set me up an account so she didn't have to continue to have a fake friendship with me, you know? Because fake people tend to love fake things like social media. That's why real people on social media always find each other, because we're doing it for the right reason. Cheers to you. But yeah, you know, I always thought people were really fake. And so social media really like brings those things out into the spotlight. It really proves like how petty people are and how self-indulgent they are. But yeah, I just remember like back in the day, like during its rudimentary stage, I guess I was at my most mentally ill. Believe it or not, there have been worse times than this one. And I was just constantly like revamping my internet image. I was constantly revamping my digital identity. And because I have record-breaking amounts of self-awareness, I realized that it was a bad thing to do that. And so I got off Facebook. all to have the rest of the world give me shit for not continuing to use it. I hate Facebook. I hate Mark Schmuckerberg so much. But I understand that he owns Insta-Spam, right? I just hate drama. I think that's why I hate women so much. Is because, like, yeah, it's just, I see them as cesspools of drama. You know? And the reason why things have to be so stifled, you know, like, we can't just say what we want to say because, oh no, like, we have to dance around this issue, and we can't offend people. We can't offend overly sensitive candy asses that get offended by every motherfucking thing. We can't offend those people, because those people aren't currently burning in hell, okay? You don't have to believe in heaven and hell. Heaven and hell believe in you, okay? Because you see people just like, they're suffering in their apathy. They're suffering in their total negligence of self-care. And I mean, I guess you could make that case about me because I don't really make too much of an effort to improve upon my physical appearance, but I don't really think that's what life is for. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be fat though, you know? Fuck that. I have standards over here, okay? One of my standards is no cellulite. Well, you know, I haven't given birth. If I'd given birth, then yeah, I'd have stretch marks, and I'd probably have something. Some kind of record of that event. Like, I'm totally in awe of women that do what women are technically supposed to do. But I guess I knew a long time ago that I was never going to fit that mold. And so I just accepted it. But every time that I'd be with some guy and he would, like, talk about marriage or having kids or something, I'd be like, oh, I think I should end this now. And it's not just like, oh, I can't handle the idea of settling down. I mean, yeah, that is true. But it's not just this fear of commitment or anything like that. It's like, I don't even see that as a possibility. And if I can't visualize that, and now I know that there are plenty of parents that were like, well, I never thought this would happen, I never expected this to happen, and I'm happier than I've ever been, and this has really taught me a lot, and parenting's the greatest thing ever. And look, I'm really happy for you, dude, but you probably don't have schizophrenia. I'm gonna bet money that you don't. I'm gonna bet $1 billion. How much is Big Pharma worth? $360 trillion, something like that. I'm gonna bet that much that you don't have schizophrenia. That's how confident I am. Ah! I hate it so much! I'm overcoming, at least I'd like to think, I'm overcoming shingles. Shingles, not Pringles. Once you pop, the fun don't stop, right? They should have like a Pringles flavor devoted to shingles. I'm kidding, they would never do that because Pringles is a food that definitely causes inflammation, so it would not help with this at all. But yeah, it's this constant itch, this constant constant, like sensitivity. I'm amazed at what the human body can do. It's cool watching myself heal. You know, I don't have those massive welts on my neck anymore. So that's good. Oh hey, here's our most well-known song. Those guys were so fucking cool. Robbie was so fucking hot. I mean, I think they were all attractive in their own way. Even Levon. But anyway, yeah, so back to what I was talking about originally with the Facebook. It's like, I know a lot of people that, thank you for the turn signal transit, they have bipolar. Now, I make fun of this disorder a lot because I think that most people don't have it. I think that most of these people are actually borderline personalities, which is why their medication doesn't work. Because they have a personality disorder that's not going anywhere. And because they're purposely misdiagnosing people so that they can keep them medicated for the rest of their lives, those people will never actually deal with what the issue is. They won't figure out how to function in this world with something as debilitating as borderline personality disorder. Okay, it doesn't hurt me as much to turn my neck. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much. I can finally go back to church on Sunday. Much to many of my subscribers' dismay. I'll continue to pray for you, honey. You'll continue to pray to nothing. Maybe your phone. I'm kidding. I'm not lumping you in the same category as all these phone junkies. But I will say that Nietzsche was absolutely right. And materialism has definitely killed God. And it's done so through what I'm talking about. Making people crazy. Giving people this idea that they have to revamp themselves. Life will revamp you. You don't need to do that. You don't need to dye your hair a bunch of weird colors or any other colors. Okay? Sure, there are things that you can do to make yourself look more presentable. I probably should do those things, okay? I just don't have the motivation. I only have the motivation to stay alive, okay? But stay alive and do what you see me do here. Go to work, pay my bills, take care of the cats that you know I have, and piss people off that are lame and boring and shit on the graves of our ancestors, okay? That's what I'm supposed to do. Not be fucking pretty, okay? I'll leave that to the other gals. Who I'm jealous of, by the way. I wish that I had the motivation. Make a Wish. Make a Wish Foundation. Maybe eventually I'll be pretty. I'll be like all the other image-oriented people in the world that spend ridiculous amounts of time in a salon and still feel like shit the next day. But yeah, I just see it as futile. I see it as a waste of time. Like that's kind of how I see Facebook, you know? So it's like, yeah, I'm revamping myself for what? I'm changing my Facebook quote for what? I'm changing my profile picture for what? To indicate who I am as a person. It's just so, dare I say the word narcissistic, but it is. It's just me. Oh no, what will they think? What will they think about this former profile photograph? What will they think about this former outfit that I was wearing? And it's just, I hate it. That's why I put up stuff that embarrasses me, by the way. I did a video, like the first video I put up yesterday, I was so ashamed of it. It embarrassed me so much. Because it was cheesy, and I hate it whenever, like, I sing and I know where it's gonna go. I hate it when I can predict, like, the next note I'm gonna play. Wait, I mean, where are my haters at? Where are my haters at? But no, I hate when I can predict, like, the next line I'm gonna say. Like, I just hate that so much. I think it's lazy songwriting. But I'm not really writing songs, so I can't really get on to myself about that because it's totally on the spot. But I just hate it. It's a personal pet peeve of mine. You know, like when I listen to people on the radio or, you know, any decent musician, and it's like I know where they're going to take the song. And I can easily predict the next line. It's just, I hate that shit. I hate it so much. But, I put up that stuff though because, yeah, I think it's important to reveal things about yourself that you're a little bit ashamed of, because it keeps you humble. Now, I can talk about humility after the fact, alright? You can't really talk about humility at the same time that you're experiencing it, otherwise it goes poof! Okay? But, see, I got a little thingy in my tooth. I'm ashamed of that. You can't see it though. At least I don't think you can see it. It's right there. Hold on 1 second. We have to fix this, guys. I'm just so ashamed. But yeah, like, like, people are way too concerned about what a bunch of numbskulls on the internet think about them. Do you guys remember, this was like, several centuries ago, but there was this woman on Twitter, I don't even know who this bitch is, but I think she's some kind of conservative. She was wearing some tight white shirt, and this woman's attractive, okay? She's a smoking hot blonde bitch, okay? And she's wearing this really tight top. It's not low cut or anything, no cleavage, none of that. But she was making a cake. And Twitter went ape shit because this attractive woman made a video about making a cake, and she got accused of, you know, trying to get attention and all that. And, you know, maybe she was trying to get attention. Because obviously, you know, anybody that puts anything on video and then puts it on the internet, they obviously want attention, right? I mean, you could make that case very easily, but isn't that what everybody's doing on the internet? If you're on the internet, technically you do want attention because you want some kind of attention. I mean, here's the thing. There might be 7 people to watch a video that I do, or there might be 2 people to watch a video that I do. Or maybe the video gets no views. I mean, I am doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it for other like-minded people. But YouTube, I think, is a much different thing than Twitter. Now, I just remember seeing this because other YouTubers talked about it, just how silly it was that she just got all this shit. But I really do believe that, like, everything in our society, but especially, you know, things that you see in any kind of news media, whether it's, you know, the television or the internet, which is the same exact thing. It's just that the internet, you can actually learn a lot from it, and most people choose not to because they're just stupid, I think. They're stupid. They're not emotionally intelligent, let's just say that. And if they're not emotionally intelligent, then they're not going to make any good decisions. And even if they get married and have kids, they're probably not going to be very good at that because their narcissism is going to get in the way. The lack of a functioning frontal lobe is going to get in the way of them being able to grow as a person. So, I mean, I do think it's possible for assholes to grow a little bit. I think it's possible for people that, you know, they don't seem like good people. I think it's possible for them to be better people. But it's all about that frontal lobe. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, fuck. Revamping yourself. Well, yeah, people do that. People revamp themselves. Okay, yeah, okay, this relates to the chick with the cake. It's like, yeah, what's she doing? Why is she actually doing that? Does she want attention for baking a cake? Does she want attention for how pretty she is? The biggest problem was that she kept trying to defend herself. She shouldn't have done that. She should have just let people criticize her. She shouldn't have said anything. But that's the problem. Is like people got to fight back on the criticism. No, anytime that you put yourself out there, you're going to be criticized. You could be doing something as innocent as baking a fucking cake and you're going to get criticized for that shit. Because you're probably more attractive than all of your critics. Yeah, but I think that she got accused of, like, thirst trapping or something like that. Like, she wanted some kind of attention for her, like, being this trad. You know, like, you see this a lot with, you know, people that want to make a show out of being traditional. Yeah, that's everything that's wrong with Leave It to Beaver, okay? Is that it was a literal show. People that are traditional don't make a show out of it, okay? They're called the Amish. And there are plenty of people outside the Amish community that have traditional values, but they don't need to make a thing out of it. They're too busy being with their families to make a thing out of having a family, you know? And I think that in a society that's obsessed with its own image, like, you really can't get away from that. And it really is making everybody crazy. Because if people aren't crazy because they're doing it, they're crazy watching other people do it. And then they have some real smart to say about it. And, I mean, I guess I'm guilty of this too. But this is a channel! This is a YouTube channel! This is a vlogging channel! This is a documentary about living with mental illness and not giving a fuck. Okay? I shouldn't have to defend it. Oh, really, though? I mean, if you're defensive, you've already lost. Because there's no need for you to be defensive. You know? If you're not doing anything wrong, and if you have, you know, solid intentions, then why are you getting all uppity about it? You know? But, yeah. Everybody's got woman brain now. Internet brain. Internet brain's worse than woman brain. So it's like they have to defend why they wore the outfit. They have to defend why they made the post. They have to defend why they told the joke. You know, it's like, it's just so aggravating. And it's totally like, self-indulgent. You know, like, you can't handle somebody not liking you. You can't handle somebody completely misinterpreting you. So what? Like, people are going to do that. I guess that's why it's a perk being schizophrenic, because, like, we just know that we'll always be misinterpreted and hated and shat on by society. So, you know, that's why we shit back.